right. Once again, I welcome every one of you out there, my friends, my viewers. It's because of you that I'm here. Had even you are not there, I won't be here. So I'm welcoming you to the next part of our GST 105, the Citizenship and Leadership Education. This will be Series 2, Series 1, rather, Series 1, Part 1, Series 1, Part 3 of our GST 105. This is the objective question we are going to look at today. That's why it is still in the Series 1. So let's start. The general instruction is answer all questions in section A. The section A is made up of multiple choice questions. And it's made up of 30 questions with just 30 minutes. You have 30 minutes to answer the 30 questions. And because some of the options are too long, I will not be able to read all the options under each question, but I will try to give you the answer and give you the reason why the answer is the answer. So let's start. Question number 1. All the following are attributes of a constitution, except all the following are attributes of a constitution except. That means among these options, 4 options, A, B, C, D, 3 of them are attributes of a constitution, but 1 of them is not. And what are those that are the attributes of constitution? They include provides the distribution of government power. That's true. A constitution provides the distribution of government power. A constitution provides the basis for fundamental rights. A constitution provides the basis for party system. But a constitution does not provide basis for mismanagement of public funds. So the answer is C. All the following are attributes of a constitution except a constitution provides basis for mismanagement of public funds. No. A constitution does not provide basis for government officials to squander the government money and loot it. No. So a constitution does not provide basis for mismanagement of public funds. Number 2. A person can be involuntarily deprived of his or her citizenship. Citizenship is about a country accepting a foreigner who wishes and have the aspiration to be one of them. The country has the right to give him or her citizenship. Now, this citizenship given to this individual who is a foreigner but has the desire to come and live in another country can be involuntarily, against the foreigner's will, involuntarily be deprived from him by the state, because if a nationalized or registered citizen is sentenced to prison for at least 3 years, if within the 7 years he was accepted as a citizen of a country, within 7 years he was sentenced to prison for 3 years, the country will involuntarily withdraw the citizenship document given to him, and he will be deported. But the other options, B, C, D, they are not part of they are not the answer to the question. So I will advise you to get the past question paper so that you can read along with me and understand better. Number 3. The following were some of the developmental programs initiated by military governments except. The following were some of the developmental programs initiated by military governments except. I'm going to mention those ones that were initiated by military governments. During the military regime, the military introduced what we know as Operation Feed the Nation. They also introduced the National Youth Service Corps. They also introduced local government reforms. But one of them in this option wasn't included in one of the initiative of the military government. This is free primary education. Free primary education wasn't introduced by military regime, it was introduced by civilian governments. Number 4. The following is true about the causes and progress of HIV/AIDS except answer A, C, and D. They are all true. They talk about the cause and progress of HIV and AIDS. But option B doesn't. The information in option B is wrong, and that is HIV infection is caused by a bacteria. HIV infection is not caused by a bacteria. Number 5. The following statements are all true about the history of HIV except the following statements are all true about the history of HIV except now option A, C, and D. They are all true. They talk about the history of HIV/AIDS, but option B doesn't. It is carrying a wrong fact, and that is HIV originated from Asia. That's wrong. HIV didn't originate from Asia. The following statements are all true about the history of HIV except HIV originated from Asia. That's wrong. Verse 6. A foreign woman who marries a Nigerian can acquire citizenship by dash. The foreign woman who marries a Nigerian can acquire citizenship by dash. Is it by birth or naturalization or registration or immigration? The answer is C. The foreigner who marries a Nigerian man can acquire citizenship by registration. 7. The right to dignity of human person means all the following except. Now, all the following A, B, and D, they are all rights to dignity of human person. The right to dignity of human person means A, B, and D. They are true. But C, the right to civil disobedience. The right to civil disobedience. The right to dignity of human person does not guarantee your rights to civil disobedience. So the option there is C. Number 8. As civilian government respects the constitution, military government rules by decree. As civilian government respects the constitution, military government rules by decree. The other options, written constitution, edit, concurrent list, they are not the answer. Military government rules by decree. Number 9. Complications of sexually transmitted infections include the following except. Complications of sexually transmitted infections include the following except liver cirrhosis, fallopian tube infection, infertility, ectopic pregnancy. The correct answer is liver cirrhosis. Liver cirrhosis. HIV, sexually transmitted infections does not cause liver cirrhosis or cirrhosis. Number 10. Which of the following statement is true about sexually transmitted infections? Which of the following statement is true about sexually transmitted infections? The correct answer is D. Sexually transmitted infections increase the risk of HIV transmission. Sexually transmitted infections increase the risk of HIV infections. Number 11. Which of the following statement is correct about reproductive tract infection? Which of the following statement is correct about reproductive tract infections? A. Let me just say the answer. The following statement is correct about reproductive tract infection is C. The incidence is higher in young girls. That's true. Say reproductive tract infection cases are higher in young girls. C. Number 12. The fundamental human rights of Nigerian citizens are contained in which chapter and section of 1999 Nigerian Constitution, respectively. The fundamental human rights of Nigerian citizens are contained in which chapter and section of the 1999 Nigerian Constitution, respectively? Is it Chapter 3, Section 27, or Chapter 4, Section 33, or Chapter 4, Section 24, or Chapter 3, Section 33? The correct answer is B, Chapter 4, Section 33. What year's constitution ushered in the Second Republic? What year's constitution ushered in the Second Republic? Is it 1963, 1979, 1983, 1999? The answer is 1983. It ushered in the Second Republic. Number 14. The National Human Rights Commission was established by decree of who? By Decree 22 of who? The National Human Rights Commission was established during the military regime by a decree, Decree 22 of somebody. Who is the person? Is it Decree 22 of 1966 Yakubu Gowon's regime, or Decree 22 of 1976 Muritala Muhammad's regime, or Decree 22 of 1985 Ibrahim Babangida's regime, or Decree 22 of 1995 Sani Abacha's regime? It is Decree 22 of 1995 Sani Abacha's regime. Number 15. The January 15th, 1966 military coup in Nigeria ushered in Dash to the mantle of leadership. That was the first coup in Nigeria. It occurred in January 15, 1966. And the coup ushered in Major General Aguiyi Ironsi to the mantle of leadership. Although it was plotted by Chukwuma Nzogu, but it brought General Aguiyi Ironsi to power. Number 16. The process of communicating to a large number of people is called dash. The process of communicating to a large number of people is called dash. Is it mass communication, mass media, mass information, mass orientation? Is mass media. The process of communicating to a large number of people is called mass media. Number 17. Nigerian colonial administration was between dash and dash. Nigerian colonial administration was between 1900 to 1960, 1914 to 1960, 1860 to 1960, 1906 to 1960. It was 100 years colonial rule, and it started in 1860 to 1960. 1860 to 1960. C. Number 18. A person who has resided in Nigeria for at least 15 years and who is of good character can acquire Nigerian citizenship by. A person who has resided in Nigeria for at least 15 years and who is of good character can acquire Nigerian citizenship by naturalization. In the option you have registration, oath taking, immigration law. Those ones are not the answer. The answer is A, naturalization. All the following are print media except dash. I'm going to mention 4 options. Which of them are print media? Newspaper, magazine. Which of them are not print media? 3 of them are print media, 1 is not. Now, is it newspaper, magazine, identity card, book? Identity card is not print media. 20. The following institutions are responsible for protecting human rights except, and out of these 4 options, only 3 are responsible for protecting human rights. And they are police, judiciary, ombudsman, political activists. The police, the judiciary, and the ombudsman, they help in protecting human rights. But political activists, they don't promote human rights. They don't protect human rights, rather. Verse 20, number 21. Number 21. A citizen enjoys the following human rights except. A citizen enjoys the following human rights except right to dignity of human person, right to private and family life, right to take other people's life, rights to freedom of association. Option A, B, and C, they are rights of a citizen, but C is not a human rights um, fact given to people. The right to take other people's life, that's wrong. You don't have the right to take other people's life. Number 22. The following are Nigerian constitution except I'm going to mention 4 constitutions, but only one is not among the constitution, but the other 3 are part of the constitution. Queen England's constitution, Lyttelton's constitution, Clifford's constitution, and Macpherson's constitution. You will discover that Clifford, Macpherson, and Lyttelton, they are part of the constitution, but Queen Elizabeth constitution is not part of the constitution. Now, number 23. The following is true about breast cancer except the following is true about breast cancer except A, B, C, they are true about breast cancer, but D is not true about breast cancer. It said males cannot develop breast cancer, but recent research have made us understand that males can also develop breast cancer. Number 24. The harmful and undesired effects resulting from a medication or intervention such as surgery is called dash. The harmful and undesired effects resulting from a medication or an intervention such as surgery is called dash. We always use this term: side effects, top effects, right effects, left effects, side effects. So the harmful and undesired effects resulting from medication or intervention such as surgery is side effects. Number 25. Paracetamol overdose can cause which of the following? Paracetamol overdose can cause which of the following? Paracetamol overdose causes a problem. What's the problem that it causes? Is it skin damage, liver damage, nose damage, mouth damage? Liver damage is the answer. B, liver damage. The following are obligations of Nigerian citizens except. The following are obligations of Nigerian citizens except A, B, and D. They are all obligations to Nigerian citizens, but C is not an obligation. That is resist helping lawful agencies in the maintenance of law and order. You don't have to, as a good citizen, you don't have to resist the police or the military men from carrying out their order of maintenance of law and order in the society. Now, if you resist them, you're not a good citizen. That's not part of your obligations. So the answer is C. Resist helping lawful agencies in maintenance of law and order is not an obligation of a Nigerian citizen. 27. The problems associated with non-compliance include the following except. The problem associated with non-compliance, especially non-compliance to medication. The problem associated with non-compliance to medication include the following except treatment failure, drug resistance, deaths. Yes, all these I mentioned now, they are problems associated with non-compliance with medicine. To be read to treatment failure, then to drug resistance, and eventually death. But D, treatment satisfaction. If you don't comply with the medicine given to you, it won't give you treatment satisfaction. So 27 is D. Number 28. All the following drugs can be abused except. All the following drugs can be abused except morphine, diazepam, cocaine. These 3 drugs, they can be abused. The morphine, the diazepam, the cocaine, they can be abused, but vitamin C cannot be abused because the more you take vitamin C, the more you remove it from your urination. So it cannot be abused. Number 29. All the following are the effects of introduction of Islam to Nigeria except. All the following are the effects of the introduction of Islam to Nigeria except medicine, Islamic education, terrorism, astronomy. Terrorism is the answer. It's not one of the reasons why Islam was introduced in Nigeria. Terrorism is not one of them. Number 30. All the following are efforts at promoting religious relations except. All the following are efforts at promoting religious relation except positive mobilization, cohesion, national integration. These three, positive mobilization, the cohesion, and national integration, they are used to promote religious relations in Nigeria, but accountability is just demanded of leaders who have been voted in for power. So it's not needed in the promotion of religious tolerance in the nation. So the answer of number 30 is C. Now, if you watched my other video on GST 105 meets Mensa test, and this one, you will realize that some of the questions were repeated, although in a different form. But that's to show you that this video will be helpful for you whenever you are preparing for your Miss Mensa test, as well as the final first semester examination. So just study hard. The only secret to success is studying. If you study, you will succeed. I wish you the best in life. Thank you.